Okay. Whew, I'm tired. Well, I've been working on it for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so now, and it's turning into a little bit more work than I thought, but that's all right. As you can see, I've been pulling all the weeds, but I've been leaving the rosemary, and I think this is thyme or something over here. I planted that a while back. So I'm gonna try to keep those two in there, but I'm cleaning out the weeds behind it. I had the soaker hose system, or not a soaker hose, I'm sorry. It was a drip system that I installed a while back. So that's what I yanked out of the ground earlier. I still got the other one on the other side that I'm gonna try to dig through. And then once I take those two out, I'll start pulling the weeds and start tilling it up. So all this green will hopefully turn brown pretty soon. Well, I keep getting bored working in the same spot. So as you can see, I'm kind of going all over the place, pulling weeds here and there, all along, going back and forth. I guess I could just stick to one area and then go slowly, but I get kind of bored doing that, so I kind of like spread it back and forth until everything gets done. Whew. Some okra that wasn't plucked last season, so it looks like it dried out and the seeds might be good to go for this year, so that'd be pretty nice. I don't need to buy okra seeds. Oh yeah, they should look real good. Well, when I first did this garden, I guess it'd be 3 seasons ago now. Well, it's been a while. I planted these jalapenos over here in the corner, and they survived every winter. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to trim them up and kind of shorten them. I kind of wish I brought a tool to do that with, but I'm gonna try to just go ahead and break some of them and just shorten them up, and hopefully they'll be good to go this season. As you can see, they're big and they already got a good head start, so I should get plenty of jalapenos this year, which is good because I like it hot. Well, I'm moving right along. As you can see, I got that side pretty good. It's about a 6 foot wide, or it is a 6 foot wide bed. So it's kind of hard to reach the middle. So I'm getting the outsides 2 feet in or so, and then I'll have to go back through and make sure I get everything out of the middle. But it's coming right along. As you can see, I left the rosemary thyme plants here, and I'll leave the jalapenos in on the end, because those are about 2 or 3 seasons in, so they produce tons of jalapenos. They're not too hot, but they got good flavor. I got some compost in the back. I'll show y'all in a second. It's been there probably for about a year. I just piled on eggshells, peanuts, apples, banana peeling, stuff like that, and then layered it with soil and dead grass. And then I did those 3 same layers over and over again. And it's been sitting back there for about a year now, so I'm going to toss that in there, kind of use it as compost, and give it, hopefully give this soil some good fertilizer. Alright, this is kind of how I've been picking weeds. I start from one side and kind of work my way in, just kind of rub my hands against the soil, and yeah, just pull out the weeds when I feel them get stuck. Sometimes it's a pain. But just kind of rub your hands across and just start pulling one at a time. Finding all sorts of bugs in here, little snails and like some type of roaches. So not sure if that's good for the soil or not. Obviously the earthworms are really good. I've seen a few of those, but I just don't know about those about the cockroaches and all. I've been living in an apartment for going on 8 or 9 months now. I kind of miss just working out here in this garden. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth the reward. Being able to grow your own veggies and eat them. It's just, I don't know, it's always been something I like doing. I'll keep this going. I'll go ahead and play this in time lapse. That way it's y'all aren't watching me doing this all day long. There it is. Now, doesn't that look better? I got about, I don't know, 95% of it done. The weeds pulled. Didn't get them all, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw the compost in, come back in a week or two, and then I can really see the weeds that were left over, whatever's sprouting up, and it'll be real easy to pick off whatever's left. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing next. All right, compared to everything else, that was easy. It's nice and dark over there now. Now let's go back here and see what the compost looks like. Well, there it is. It's a little pile, but yeah, I'm gonna start mixing that in there. All right, well, I just tossed it all in. As you can see, probably should just spin it around a little bit, but I'm pretty tired, so I'm just gonna clean all this stuff up, throw away the grass. I'll take some of that thyme home that I picked and maybe make some pizza tonight. Yeah, I'll just clean up and I'll come back in a week, pick out the rest of the dead weeds, till it one more time, and be ready to plant some seeds after that. So tune in. This is my garden. It's probably been about 2 months since my last video, just cleaning it up, and now this is what it looks like. I planted tomatoes here, 3 tomato plants. I got the thyme and the rosemary right here that's kind of been overgrown with the cucumbers, and I had the cucumbers on here on a short trellis just made of bamboo sticks and fence posts, small fence posts. I didn't live here at the time. I just let the cucumbers, they grew all the way into the tomato plants, as you can see. They're going all the way to the other side. And they're also growing over my beans and almost into the zucchini plants over here, kind of letting them just grow wild and see what happens naturally on their own. I got 3 zucchini plants over here, 1 plant. Typically they need about a 4-foot diameter for 1 plant, but they're about 3 foot apart, so I'm actually a little bit too close together still. And I planted eggplant or watermelon here, but they didn't seem to come up. I planted them like a month after I planted everything else, so I don't think they're coming up. And then, as we expected, the jalapenos and the peppers, basically, they're producing tons of jalapenos for us, because like I said last time, yeah, we had a head start on the season, so they're gonna give us plenty peppers. And the Tabasco plant, I didn't even mention that one. That one's going crazy. You gotta wait till they turn red and they're ready to pick. So there's a couple red ones, not a lot. The orange ones aren't quite ready. There's tons of green ones. I can eat just half of one for lunch. My mouth will be burning. I'll go ahead and pick some of the other vegetables I got here too. Check out this zucchini got going on. That's pretty good size. I tried to eat one of those yesterday for lunch. It was about this size, and I got about that far. I couldn't even finish 1 zucchini for lunch. I'm just eating it raw. So it's pretty good size. As you can see, I got some more growing there. The size of it, probably in about 4 or 5 days, it'll turn into this. So it don't take long. It don't take long for them to grow. And I'll pick some cucumbers for you. I got 2 of them that look pretty good down here. Let's see what we got. There we go. Cucumber, zucchini. Here's another one, not quite as big, but we'll go ahead and pick it. So yeah, it's not too bad. I think that's it. And then the tomatoes, as you can see, I don't even remember what kind of tomato plants I got going, but they should have rose up all the way to the top of the cage, but I wasn't here to water them. And I think the zucchini kind of provided some shade, so it didn't get in as much sunlight as it should have got, so I think it kind of stunted its growth a little bit. And same thing with this one. The best one is the cherry tomatoes on this side. I don't think there's any red ones, but maybe we'll get lucky. Find a red one? Nah, they're all green. There's quite a bit of them. They're just all green. There's a good tomato right, well, it's kind of turning brown at the bottom. I don't know what that means right there. Hopefully it's not a fungus that attacks it. But yeah, not quite red yet, so not ready to pick. Anyway, that's pretty much what I got. I just wanted to show y'all from what it looked like before, just a pile of weeds about months ago, pulling the weeds out, cleaning it up, filling it back up, and then replanting it And this is what the result is after about 2 months. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. And I just started this new Instagram page called Greens and Gold, so go check that out. I'm gonna be posting a lot about gardening, and I just got into some honeybees, so I'm gonna kind of record my journey on how I do it from there. I'm starting out with 5 hives, and I plan to work up to 20, hopefully in the next 3 or 4 months. And I don't know anything about it, so I'll be learning as I go. So if you want to come support me, come check out my page, and hope you like my zucchinis. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.